Hello and welcome back to more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, where in the last episode, we, did the Date Life section for Chapter 5, in which all sorts of crazy things were happening left and right, everything's going off the walls, we've completely lost control of what's going on, too much insanity is happening with people sneaking into rooms and trying to kill each other with masked people, and Kyoko's all over the place, and it's just, I can't. This game is insane right now. We are so far down the rabbit hole of just off-the-walls insanity, and I am so here for it. I can't wait to see what happens next. Okay, just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask, and whoever that was, now they are... I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. And some things worth noting here, by which I mean only really one thing worth noting. This does not look like the same thing that the person who was in our room last night was wearing. Okay, so, first off, I don't even know that I believe what exactly happened in the room, because what we know from, because that was, Makoto thought it was a dream, right? He dreamed saying, "You need to stay here forever," and then he woke up, allegedly woke up from the dream, saw this man, who we're gonna call a purple guy for now. He saw a purple guy leaning over his bed with a knife in hand, ready to stab him to death. And then the next thing he knew, Kyoko was in the room, standing in place of the purple guy, because there was a knife in his drawer that was apparently this knife right here, because the next morning it was gone. So then he wakes up, and then the next day, we come here, we find Monokuma has been completely destroyed, his body was completely dismantled, which is interesting, because I thought the whole thing was that, like, once you destroy one body, another one will just take its place. So it doesn't, it's like, it just... Because, yeah, it's like the Warden Eternal from Halo 5. You destroy one body, sure, but you didn't kill the mind. So you didn't kill the conscience of Monokuma, so he still can replicate and create and use more bodies. Apparently that didn't matter, because allegedly maybe the Mastermind may have been killed. But I don't know that I believe that, because there's also the 16th student running around somewhere, and that's presumably the one who's in this mask right here. But also maybe not, because we don't know, there's no way, we don't have any way of knowing that the purple guy that we saw was the same person who's in this mask right now, because we never saw him without the mask beforehand. Which is made even more complicated by the fact that he's not, this is not the same thing he was wearing in that cutscene right then, because the collar, I guess maybe, it could be on backwards, right, because this kind of looks like it's on backwards, because it looks like, you may see, like, underneath the body on the back inside, it looks like there's a little flap out to the side, which makes it look like it should be the front end of, like, a collar, that was on this coat in that cutscene. And that maybe they were stabbed in the back and then flipped over? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why, but now they're laying dead in front of me. And then, also, another thing that happened last time is that we actually started to get kind of close to Toko. We started to bond with her a little bit. And then she turned into Genocide Jill, and then she just went insane again. I told you there's a corpse hanging out here! Are they really dead? Is this really a dead body? How is this a surprise to you anymore? We're 5 chapters in, how does this still shock you? You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Okay, well, we'll start with the most obvious thing, which is, you know, the body itself. We need to find out who this actually is. But there's no way to tell what the mask covering their face like that. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery, but one thing I do know... Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, the coat that they're wearing right now is completely solid on the front with no collar or anything, which makes me think that they might have, one, it might be 2 different people. The mask makes it easily possible that it's 2 different people. But if it's the same person, then it could just be that the coat would have been reversed, because like as it is right now, it could be the same coat but flipped over, and that it's just like it was draped over the body in reverse to the point where the back is facing upward. I don't know why you do that, but that's my theory right now. But why? I mean, right now I don't have any explanation for anything, because there's so much from Monokuma to Kyoko to the purple guy to the knife to the data center to just everything. We're going off the walls. I have so many questions. How'd they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so confident on this? Because he's peculiar. Who is it? The face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl, at least. Huh? How can you tell? Well, I think I see the outline of her chest, and just the general shape of her body. Yep, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be... It's not Kyoko. She's too plot relevant for it to be Kyoko. By the time he called out, it was already too late. Too late for what? Toko's hand shot out towards the mask, and the next instant... What? What? The body exploded? What? They strapped a bomb to the body? There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. Also, Toko's dead. Toko does not survive this. Toko does not survive this. No way in hell. My vision started to darken, and I prepared to pass out, but then... Hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water. Why don't you jump? Why would you not just dump the bucket of water on the fire? What? Good lord. Okay, Bakuya, why would you have wasted time trying to give Makoto the bucket when you could have just easily extinguished it yourself? You wasted time. What would... Okay. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body. Yeah, it's destroyed. Thanks, we got that. There's no way we can possibly glean anything from it now. It's burned to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't convert it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat a steak again. But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we going to find out who it was? Who isn't here right now, huh? If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. It's not Kyoko. It's not Kyoko. It's not Kyoko. Kyoko? No. It's just, no. Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, there's absolutely, positively no way. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko. You damn well implied it. You know what you meant. There is one other person. The Mastermind. What? The Mastermind? Come on, there's no way the Mastermind got charbroiled? Get serious. I agree, normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but I have reason to believe it may be true. The Mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? Doesn't make any sense. I remember what Alter Ego said? So that same person may very well be the Mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possibly even likely that he's somewhere in the school right now.
What the heck?
He said the Mastermind is some... No, that's not what he said. He said the headmaster is some middle-aged dude. You are conflating the headmaster with the Mastermind. They are not necessarily one and the same. And could that mean the Mastermind isn't the headmaster? I think we all... What? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Makuo Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak. What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school. I think you better tell us everything you know. Probably a good idea. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Makuo Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
It sounded like Kyoko thinks Makuo Ikusaba is the Mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the Mastermind, I'm sure of that. What? I don't have proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female, that would match the body's characteristics. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it? Okay, so the Mastermind is this girl Makuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair, but if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burned to a crisp? None of this makes any sense. Does just suddenly show up and then die? I think we better take a close look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out. Didn't the whole body just get charred? How the hell? Hey, wait!
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko? Oh yeah, she totally got blown up, huh? I don't think, it just, forget about her. Oh my god, I mean, okay, well, I mean, technically he's not wrong about the second thing in the sense that I find it, if I were in a situation, I would find it extremely unlikely that Toko could have possibly survived that, considering she was right next to the explosion when it happened. And to be clear, everybody in this room should have some damage right now. Like, they didn't escape that. No way. There's no way they escaped all the shrapnel. These people need to go to the nurse's office right now. And probably, I would say the hospital, but I'm guessing that hospitals are kind of overrun in this world because I'm guessing the whole world fell apart at the seams because of whatever happened in this universe. But they all need to at least go to the nurse's office because there's no way they didn't get hit by any of the shrapnel from the bomb. Toko is definitely dead. She's like super dead. She's mega dead. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't check to see if she's alive. I wouldn't just go, oh no, Toko. Oh, she's dead anyway. Like, this, okay. Yeah, you did not survive. No, you did not. Oh, she survived. What just happened, Master? You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Can we just, like, at the next meeting, can we vote to eject him? Can we just vote to eject him out the airlock? Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
What the heck?
I don't... Also, no, she did not survive that. She did not survive being within 2 inches of the goddamn explosion. But, okay. Is there literally anything left we can possibly examine? Like, I guess her hand is... Is that her hand? I think her hand might be slightly visible. Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. Okay. Yeah, this is the hand still. There's a tattoo on here, but I don't recognize... I don't rec... No! There's no goddamn way. How the hell? She was the only one. She was the only one. She was the only goddamn one. The only one of us that... Very sneaky game. Very fucking sneaky. Okay. Okay. Did you notice what I just saw here? Because it's a very, very obscure detail, I must admit. The red acrylic nails. I recognize those. I absolutely recognize those from someone in the game. And it's not someone we've seen for about 15 episodes. It was someone at the very beginning of the game who only had, like, maybe maximum 12 lines of dialogue. And she's the only person who was not executed after a class trial and was not killed before the Deadly Life started. And it was also the only person who was directly killed by Monokuma. Anybody remember who that is? Well, allow me to open up the report card and I'll show you exactly where my mind is at right now. Because out of the descriptions, the only person who I remember having those long red acrylic nails and who would it make actually reasonable sense for it to be is none other than Junko Enoshima. We have not seen her this entire goddamn game because as far as we were concerned, she was dead. But okay, I was joking last time when I'm like, oh, by your logic, Sakura could come back from the dead. I was joking when I said that. But it might actually be her. Okay, it's one of two things. It's either A, the Mastermind somehow has a closet of everybody's dead bodies and planted this body here to throw us off the scent for some reason. I don't know why they do that. But if they did, then my question would naturally be, why hasn't the announcement gone off? I guess maybe because he would have already found the body. I don't know. But the other explanation, which I think makes a lot more sense, is that she faked her own death so that she wouldn't be suspicious. She wouldn't be on a suspicion because everyone would think she's dead. And that she can secretly control Monokuma from behind the scenes, and no one would suspect a thing because they would all think she'd be dead. And the only reason I even remember this is because I remember the fact that she had those red acrylic nails because they were really obvious. And that's all I can go on. Now I don't know the implications of this. I don't know how far this goes. But if I'm correct, then it could very well be that Junko Enoshima is the mastermind behind this entire goddamn game. And if that's the case, oh boy, game, you're gonna need to have a lot of backstory for this one, because she had no development in the beginning of the game. Yeah, I'm not gonna think too hard about this, because I'm sure there's some more implications about this, about the grander scheme of the story that I don't want to get into, because I don't know. This is just something I noticed about the nails, and I'm like, I just connected two pieces of logic together in my head. I'm not gonna try to figure it out any further than that, because I wanna keep moving forward. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. So, if I'm correct about this, that means that Junko was controlling everything that Monokuma said the whole time, right? That it was all her? So, if that's the case, I would like to remind everybody of the beginning of Chapter 3, when we were talking to Monokuma, and he was like, "Hey, everybody, this is a perfect opportunity to spy on all the girls in the bathroom." If I'm correct, that was Junko telling everybody to do that. Which, I don't even think I need to say anything about that one, but okay. That's just something I noticed. It could mean nothing, but something tells me that it's too deliberate that the only piece of her body, the only part of her body that was completely unharmed is the one thing we can use to easily identify her. Now, we can question the logistics of whether or not her arm should have survived the explosion, which I say it definitely shouldn't have. There's been nothing left in her body should be uncharred based on the radius of that explosion. But, with this information, I think we can definitely say that this is her body. Now, my other question would be, what is this? There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? But what did you steal? I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. Yeah, that's not the same key. This one looks a bit fancier. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is... What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this is on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? I'm gonna guess the data center, based purely on its aesthetics. If I can speak. So if you don't know, then why would he know? For once, I'm actually gonna say, like, he has no reason to know this. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh? That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean the biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now. Well, I mean, he's certainly not gonna do it. Okay, well, so actually, I'm going to run down to the 4th floor because I saw there was a trophy that we're apparently close to. Because I'm pretty sure that they only show you these trophies when you get close to getting them. We're close to getting clear to the class without taking any damage. I'm never gonna do that. So long as bullet time battle exists, I'm never gonna do this. Tune to a dead channel, destroy 500 white noise lines. I don't know how we're anywhere close to that. Clear the 20 skill point threshold. I don't think we're gonna do that. We only have one more chapter to go. I don't think we're gonna do that. And break through 1,000 total number of steps. Apparently we've been walking for quite a while, so to try to get that trophy, I'm gonna try to walk as far as I can, just to maximize the number of steps we're gonna take. But yeah, the goal here is to head to the data center, which would be down here, around the corner to the left, right here. Yep, right in here, okay. I'm going to assume that it's going to unlock the door to the data center. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I found on the guard in the keyhole, it fits. Then this is the key to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I have to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden. So, you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. We can get into the data center now? Interesting. But why did this now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. I think you're right. Alright, here we go. Here we are. Looks like that door's still unlocked. So, when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What? It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. Yeah, you trust me to get exploded. Yeah, it's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Okay, let's just strafe back and forth a couple times for no reason. Not like we're trying to get a trophy or anything. I'm not going to do this the whole time. I just want to get a few more steps in there because I kind of want to get that trophy. Okay. Although, I guess, if the trophies, I don't know if do they count over both? They might count over both games because this one application includes both Danganronpa's 1 and 2. So this might count for both games. So maybe I don't need to spend that much time grinding for it. I reached out and put my hand to the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. No kaboom? No kaboom. Yes, we win. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Oh, that's not creepy at all. Huh. Well. Hello. I'm here to record a message for you. I mean, all the rooms up until now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was looking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hero extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Yeah. Yes, thanks. We all know that they're security cameras. Yeah, this is the room where he was doing all those broadcasts from. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. I mean, we already knew he had security cameras watching us. This isn't exactly a big shock. It is cool to finally see the room, though. It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and are displayed here on these monitors. So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? Then this room is... the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. Well, I think that might be the room back there with the giant Monokuma symbol on the door. But, you know, the Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here, watching us. Then I think this settles it. Huh? The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was Mastermind. I don't think so. I mean, I guess technically it's possible for them both to have red acrylic nails, but it's such a specific detail that the game drew attention to that it's... I'm 100% convinced that's what it is. Then the Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? Possibly. It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad he had to go and die before Master could kill him himself. The Mastermind is dead? Can that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death. Oh, really? This cave is not a natural formation. In other incredibly obvious statements. So who was it that... But if the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. If you can find the exit. We gotta hurry up and find the exit, come on. No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. But what about the exit? You realize you checked every single room in this... Okay, that's not true. We didn't check the headmaster's room, but I doubt the exit would be in the headmaster's room. If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too? I mean, it's I don't know that the body makes it, like, the scene of the crime would obviously imply that, yes. Also, why can we still hear crickets? Wait, am I hearing things? Let me turn on the volume on my TV. Nope, I'm not hearing things. I can definitely hear that. Yeah, sorry if you just experienced a spike in the microphone audio there, but the thing is, Sony's newest consoles are stupid in how they handle audio, because if I plug in my headset to my controller, there will be no audio that runs through the capture card, because Xbox, the way they do their things is like, hey, if you want to have the audio play through the headset and your TV speakers, you can. If you want to have it only play through one, you can. So it's actually like you can still hear the audio in your headset while still capturing the audio through the TV speakers for the capture card. But on PS5, your choices are play with the audio in your TV turned down extremely low so you can't hear anything, or while still being able to capture the audio for the video, or play with the headset so you can hear everything clearly, but your audience gets nothing, which is just, I don't know why you... It's such a simple thing, whatever. That's my biggest problem with both the PS4 and PS5. I don't know why, whatever. Naturally. But yeah, for some reason we can still hear crickets in the data center. The state of this corpse makes it plain as day. There was absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered. Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, you could have even done it. That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind. So I seems like the only option here, So, is it possible, should we call it now? Let's try to call it now. I'm correct in that it's two different people. The one who was actually wearing the one who was wearing the purple guy outfit that we saw in the dream or whatever is Mukuro Ikusaba, and Kyoko stopped her, but then witnessed her kill the Mastermind or whatever, which would be Junko, and then dressed it up to make it seem like, because no one knows she exists, so they did it to trick her into thinking that the one running around in the costume is the Mastermind, and the Mastermind is dead, and then it's gonna all be pinned on Kyoko, and we're gonna have to prove her innocence, and then Mukuro Ikusaba is gonna be the true killer. Calling it now. The Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay, now let's begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the Mastermind. I think I might have already done that, but, you know. Okay, where do I even begin? I guess, I actually want to start with this computer right here, because there's something on it. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. No, they look like monitors. You don't see the PCs right now. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit to force your way in. That's not how computers work. What century are you from? The Mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. An Alter Ego. You may well be right about that, but there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. Okay. There's also the world map up here. There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the Mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. As long as I have this. Huh? Oh, look at Master go. It's like a feast for the eyes. How much is a monthly membership? Okay, it's getting weird. Not that it wasn't already. What else is there? There's a Is that TV? There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look, next to that TV. Isn't that a TV antenna? It is. It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, if we hook up that antenna, we can watch TV? That's your concern right now? Did someone say TV? Well, Saturday morning Hina's here. Are you talking about me? Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on. How is that your primary concern right now? Oh, actually, wait, that's another question. If the Mastermind's dead, who's hosting the class trial? Because Monokuma can't do it. So are we just going to do it for the lulz? Or is Kyoko going to show up to be like, hey, let's all go down there to try to figure this out? Let's go run to the thinking chair and solve Blue's Clues one last time. You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to... What do you mean, what magic are you gonna work? Aren't you a clairvoyant or something? What magic are you supposed to work? Yeah, ultimate clairvoyant. You're not working any magic with a TV, buddy. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? Okay. And then, of course, the most pressing issue is the giant door with Monokuma's face on it. They look like high-performance PCs, nothing... That's not... No, I wanted to... This. Right back here. This door's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck. The door's locked, huh? What if you use the key to open this room? Let's give it a try just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole. Oh. Well, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The Mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it, but worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hina's right. The Mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore.
You know?
Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working. Really? No, all we gotta do is switch it on. Then do it. Freaking idiot Mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets at the outside world. And they were sitting here watching TV this whole time? They never thought they could get away with it? It's probably not. It's probably just gonna show a pre-recorded message or whatever. Or it's gonna show an infinite loop. That could happen too. It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it? That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing? Huh? That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every possible way. Just not just weird, super weird. It's interesting coming from you, but okay. But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how's it showing the camera feed? Did you try changing the channel? Yeah, like that's gonna do any good. Here went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
What the heck? Is it broken or something? No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. What?
Actually.
What? What? No one's gonna react to this? What?
What?
I have. Wait. Wait a minute. What the? So he was just toying with us then. He was just toying with us. I told you in the beginning that the way Monokuma works is that, okay. Oh, now what? Okay. So, I said in the beginning that it's not, he's like the Warden Eternal. You destroying a body doesn't erase the mind. So, he should in theory still be alive, and he clearly is, but what if he was replaced? Because we now know that Monokuma isn't some super advanced AI or anything. It's just, he's at the mercy of whoever's controlling him. So, what do we think? Like, is it going to be a thing where he starts talking differently, and we get the sense that someone else is controlling him? Monokuma? You're supposed to be dead. Yeah, it's someone else. It's someone else controlling him. He was never afraid to be abrasive with his dialogue, but this is too blunt even for Monokuma. Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Someone seems different. Yup. That's it. Yup. Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. Ooh, the look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead for all for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going? No, we're supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all that bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. Yeah, but the things about normal life that are annoying are not the same thing as, oh, we could be killed at any moment inside this building, Monokuma. By which I mean, probably, the 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair? Phew, I'm pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point? You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yeah, found the TV. The very obvious TV. We really... Oh, it was really hard to find it. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here. What? I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind. But I connected to the antenna, so why is it just showing up as a surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in on the end. How did I forget that? How did I f***ing forget that? Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, right, I forgot that. Okay, so this one I'm not gonna say out loud, because this isn't something that I could have reasonably well, actually, yes I will, because I think if I were playing this game, without this knowledge, I think this would be the point where I would have figured it out, because it's the point where I just remembered what I knew. So when Forget 45 first told me about this game, one of the things she told me was that this one, like, it's all like a game show type thing that's being broadcast as a symbol. It's like, okay, so I don't even know how to describe it. Basically, my prediction that everyone here knew each other already was completely separate from what I'm learning now, because I forgot I even knew this information until just this exact second. But apparently what's happening here is that this is all, like, a TV show. And, like, it's not... We're being broadcast for the people out there in the wasteland or whatever to watch as a symbol of, like, as a symbol of entertainment for some insane reason. I think. I'm almost positive I remember that being a thing. I am almost 100% positive that was the big reveal at the end of the game, is that it was all a TV show. I don't know these specifics. It has been a long time since I received the recommendation, since I learned that information. So I could be wrong, but that seems like I know for sure I remember hearing something about that, and that seems to line up pretty well with what's going on right now. But I guess we'll see. But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here. You're so stupid, don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the Oh, okay, they were just gonna reveal it here anyway. It's being broadcast live to the entire world. Welcome to the Truman Show! What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. You already said that. Doesn't matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, if I understood the words, I'm not sure if I understand the deep... What he said it very explicitly. What, broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast in a way that's impossible. That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that? All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. Are you being serious right now? Of course! I heard a kind of creaking, but the sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan. Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now.
Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen before. Brought to you by Television.
Props to you if you get that reference.
I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
You're lying if it's on TV. Okay, so I guess... So, I hesitated as to whether or not I was gonna actually talk about the TV twist thing, because, it was something that I learned from someone else and not from playing the game, and then I'm like, oh wait, this is probably where I would have figured it out regardless, so that's why I talked about it. Turns out it's where the game was gonna reveal it as well, so, yeah, this moment didn't really hit me all that hard, because I already kind of knew it, but whatever. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
What if they already did? But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TV to try and warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yep, so how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. Something you all need to do first, remember?
What?
Yeah, duh. This little business of...
A body has been discovered.
A little late to the draw on that one there, buddy.
After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Huh?
Class trial, do you mean... I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you've got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement.
Things are gonna get pretty crazy from here on out. You're in for one heck of a ride.
I can't wait.
And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we'll have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed... It's not Kyoko. What?
The heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Makuro was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition, and if Mokuma's still alive and active, that means the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her, so it must be Kyoko. Nope. There was no other possibility. Nope. You people didn't examine the body close enough in that case. Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible, because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. Spoken like an audience member there, Makoto. To have it end like this. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we better begin. But if we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer...
Right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Or, it's probably Mukuro Ikusaba. Wait, you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying, no. But you just said... I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable amount of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Okay, wait a minute. We need to slow the hell down. Okay. This is what I mean. This is what I meant last episode, or the beginning of the episode, when I'm like, there's so much going on. We have reached a point where there is so much going on. I bumped the mic. I can't even reasonably recap it all, because there's too goddamn much happening. There's the reality TV show, which I kind of already knew about, but I suppressed in my memory, probably to try to keep this as blind as possible. So we're on a Truman Show now, and then there's something happening in the outside world that we don't know about yet. And then, like I predicted earlier in the game, and then we have Kyoko, who's still nowhere to be found. Then we have Mukuro Ikusaba, who's still nowhere to be found. We have a dead Junko, actually dead this time. We have freaking probably a different mastermind operating Monokuma in the headmaster's office. We have the biolab. We have so many goddamn things that we don't know about yet. There's so much. There's so freaking much happening right now. But I am so here for it. I am so excited to see how this concludes. I did not mean to open up the transcript. Okay. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body, but notice it does not specify whether it was in the chest or the back. Very explicitly does not mention that. They'd also been struck in the head with objects about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. Nor does it tell you where the victim was stabbed, which is not something that would ordinarily be omitted from the Monokuma file. I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. Okay, here we go. Oh, it just warped us back here automatically. Nice. Okay. Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that might be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. First things first, I didn't check this last time, whatever this is supposed to... Oh. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check. I'll have to double check that later. Fragments of the dead body have been added to the pupil section of your handbook. Okay. And then we have... I guess we can check the body itself again. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Well, okay, maybe you can check the nails. You can check that. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long, yep. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails added to the triplet section of your handbook. Yep, that's exactly. The game is drawing such specific attention to it. It's gotta be her. It has gotta be her. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is it a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing. But it looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before. Yeah, I didn't pay attention to her. I didn't pay attention to her tattoo at all, so I don't know for sure about that one. And then of course there's the charred remains of her up here. The upper half of the body got set on fire and the explosion was totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? Okay. Good to know. I don't think I've seen everything there is to see. Well, what's left to... I guess we can check the lower part. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? So everything in the body, yeah, I think we've seen all there is to see here. Okay, so I guess now, we can check the tool shed. Maybe there's something in here that we missed. Sure, I should take a look at the tool shed. Yeah, it's worth checking it out. The room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, there was a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Okay, well, let's look into it then. I also want to check the chicken coop, and I think there was a knife to the left of the body. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, while the underside, totally clean and completely dry. On one side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Oh, gee, I wonder why. Could it have anything to do with the body we found? That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Okay. Like I said, the chicken coop and the knife that we found over here are the two things left that I want to examine here. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... Must be the knife that was stuck into the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. The Monokuma file said that the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this... Oh, I thought we just assumed that was the knife that... Oh, okay. That's it. It's the knife that this person was holding. I thought we just assumed it was the one that was in your drawer. It's getting really weird. Getting? There's just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because... when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko's the one that attacked me. But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene has been added to the true blood section of your handbook. Okay. And then of course there's the freaking chicken coop. Yeah, the fact that the body was wet and the tarp was wet and the sprinklers, it's the sprinklers are gonna be the key to this, I'm pretty sure. This is one of the monitors Monokuma appears on, it seems pretty useful when it's on, and actually it was totally useful no matter what. No, I wanted to check the chicken coop itself. Remember there were some chickens in the chicken coop. Wait a minute. No, there were 5 chickens. Huh? 4? Told you it'd be important. What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Ah! That's so weird. I wonder where it disappeared to. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the social of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore here and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? I don't know how, but obviously it is gonna be related to the case. Okay. I think that's everything I wanted to check out. So I guess now we can... let's just talk to everybody. We'll just start here and work our way. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about? I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi? Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it? Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here. So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko. And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door, so... where, precisely, were you? I'm telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep, I had a fever, so... that's hardly an alibi. I know. So what now? You seem to be at quite a disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Okay, well, we obviously know we didn't do it. This game isn't sophisticated enough to pull off an Agatha Christie style. It was actually the narrator all the time twist. That's too sophisticated for this game to handle. I'm actually really loving this game this time, but like that's still way too sophisticated for this game to try to handle. Anyway, let's talk to you now. Did I just hit the chicken coop again? No, I didn't want to. I wanted to talk to Hina, not the. I didn't want to check the chicken coop again. Listen, Makoto. Oh, also, I need to check the red box. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the body looked, you know, before blow up? Yeah, the coat was on backwards, and that's about all. That's the only thing that matters. If I remember right, it was wearing this kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of his stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. Peculiar had said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. For how much blood was there in the body, or for how much blood there was in the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay. Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked.
Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Okay. Where's Hiro? Oh, he's over here. He was hiding behind Bakuya. It's 11 o'clock right now. Oh, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember what that was. Monaco's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Just before 9 o'clock, okay. That's right, it had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Now that you mentioned it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Alright, let's actually check that box, see what this is all about. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Interesting, very interesting. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are others I need to check. Specifically the fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. Do you think it's a piece of the broken Monokuma? That's the only thing that really broke recently. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true, was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room... No, we gotta bribe Bakuya to give it back to us. Alright, well, we'll start there since he's right here. We'll do that first.
Give up.
We'll get the key back first. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Bakuya, stop playing gatekeeper with her. I did not want to go to the tool shed. Okay, I thought I clicked on Bakuya, but obviously I was incorrect. Hey, Bakuya, if you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You are the prime suspect after all. Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Oh, great. I get to have you accompany me on my field trip. Awesome. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on when I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Well, so much for that big brain plan. I wanted to take that out first, but never mind. Leave the area. Yep. All right, let's head to the gym, and we're gonna walk there, which is gonna take a while because it's 4 floors down, but we'll get there eventually. All right, we have arrived at the gym. So let's go inside and see. I'm assuming that he's referring to the broken Monokuma when he says that it's something he recognizes. I don't recognize it, but the only thing that was recently broken is this, so it's got to be something here. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh, the bomb. Oh, that's what it, oh, okay. I didn't, okay. It's what? A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Bomb! I didn't pay that much attention to what the bomb was, what it looked like. And that bomb went missing, there's no doubt about it. The fragments I found in the garden. Okay, I didn't even pay attention to that. I didn't pay any attention whatsoever to what the bomb looked like. Also, now it's Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Bakuya. What? He said ask me later, and it's been like less than 2 minutes since we had that conversation, so I doubt he's changed his mind since then, but I'll go run upstairs again and ask him. And I am running, I know I can get there faster by just warping around the map, but there is a trophy for getting 1,000 steps or whatever, so I kind of want to try to get that. Also, I completely ran right past the stairs. Hey, Bakuya, are you ready to go to Kyoko's room now? You think you can go soon, Bakuya? You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Ah, wait for me. Bakuya walked off with a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorm. I feel like he could have been ready to go earlier, but whatever. Okay, hey there, Bakuya. Well then, here we go. Bakuya got the key and slid into the keyhole, and it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Alright, in we go. I'm assuming this is where we're gonna find the key to Monokuma's room. So this is Kyoko's room. I don't see it. I see a thing here. There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers that those really traditional public bathhouses use. Oh, it's for the dojo. It's for the dojo. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me, so I had to picture Bakuya doing something like that. But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? Well, it's probably the lockers in the dojo. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Yep, that's what I thought. The dojo? Okay, so that's good to know we have that. Okay, there's nothing else of note to examine here. Oh, I didn't want to go into the bathroom. I didn't want to go into the bathroom. I wanted to talk to you. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko. Yeah, you're not going to find that. Her room is barren. Her room is just as barren as yours is. You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Not like you're making any progress up there either. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it simple information. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Well, she's not dead, so if you open it now, she's gonna hate you for it. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened. No. Her exact words were if something happens to her. Nothing's happened to her yet. She's not the one who was killed. And if you had any memory, if you had even the most basic memory, then you would remember that. Okay. I opened the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? Gee, I wonder what she could be referring to, Makoto. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Gee, I don't know. It's almost like the note's trying to tell you something about that. Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I... Okay. What's this? I found a crumpled piece of paper. Class number 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba? It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the key. This must have been the blank that Melakun was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. And this is what she's not dead! I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and look down at my profile sheet. I can't read that, but beyond her name, her sex, and the thing at the top, I can't read anything that's below it. Sex, female, the ultimate soldier. Oh, lovely. Oh, wow, okay. Well, that's not... Okay. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. Oh, what a lovely person to have with us in this killing game. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament survival game tournament? Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Oh, okay. That's interesting. The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then, I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their uses and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. Well, remembering isn't exactly Makoto's strong suit, so, you know. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it.
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit of player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Hi, my name is Monokuma, and I show up when I'm least expected and also least wanted. Ah, it's you!
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh! You found her profile?
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up into... Jesus Christ.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order, which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh? So you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Ooh, interesting information. I do like that.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking, should probably clarify that. When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? And now they're all dead. I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you. The total number of students partaking in this killing game was actually 16.
16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in the school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life, so the one making all the regulations is... I don't know about that.
Why? Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Makes sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, Actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with you.
Seriously?
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out, all the time?
Well,
Don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars she doesn't want anyone to see.
what?
Woo-hoo-hoo! Okay, now that's all you get. Toodaloo!
Okay then. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover a bunch of scars. Wait, it's on the back of her hand. The tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again, huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap? God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Makuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Makuro was the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Makuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Makuro is related to the case? Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. Kyoko's not dead. How do you not realize this? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Makuro was the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
All clear now.
Makuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Nope. What makes you say that? We thought Makuro, the ultimate despair, was the Mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the Mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Makuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. That's one that they want us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, Makuro isn't the killer, then who is? Okay, so... look, we are like 16 levels deep down the rabbit hole, and I don't know that we can properly process it all, because we have the fact that it was Junko's body that blew up, someone dismantled Monokuma, I'm almost positive that someone has taken over the control of Monokuma into the room, Kyoko's not dead, she's gotta be still alive, there's so many, there's so much going on in this case, it's insane. Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? I mean, yeah, I kind of want to find out what's in the locker too, so we may as well. Over here, it said over here we go. Oh, right, I forgot. You can only examine, like, the rightmost locker out of all of them. There are wooden lockers here. They use the wood block keys just like those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers. Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? You mean the only one that I can examine? Yes, I see that one. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found. Or, how about just the fact that the number 6 is on the key, and the number 6 is on the locker? Maybe it's... excuse me. Maybe that has something to do with which one it is. Just maybe. Just maybe, though. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker easily accepted the key and it opened. What the... there are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Okay, that's an interesting thing to have. Oh, something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this is used for. Is that a blood stain? If it isn't, it must surely be related to this case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? I am so intrigued. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps... Peculiar? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Okay, so you want to go to that stupid little side room in the library then? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Ooh, pick me. I know. Maybe the archives. Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. You know, we could have picked anybody to be our investigative partner. We could have had Hina. We could have had Toko. We could have had Hiro. We could have had the giant plant monster. We could have had a pet rock. We could have had one of the chickens. But nope. we got Peculiar as our investigative partner. The worst one. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Peculiar seemed to know the archives in the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf on the back, because of course he does. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Okay, and what does that file say? If I can talk to you, there we go.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schools can't speak French. I mean, we had the option. Like, we had the choice of what language we wanted to... Because there was a 4-language requirement in our high school, but we could pick from a select list of languages, like, what we wanted to pick. So, nice try, Victoria. Well, whatever, I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. What did... I hate you. I gotta be honest, I don't want this game to end, because I'm actually I'm really genuinely enjoying this time. But if there's one benefit to this game ending, it's like I will never have to deal with this sack of shit ever again. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting international tension within the group, and they simply imploded. I said international. Internal.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, you're not far off. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report is something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It says Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. Oh, would they now? How interesting. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Oh. Well, sounds like it's time.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. We have a lot to unpack this time. And I gotta say, this feels like it should be the final chapter, but it's not. Apparently, we still have one more to go after this, so here goes nothing. Into the elevator room. Whoa, Peculiar and Makoto showed up together for the first time in forever. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's waiting tight enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you. What are you, jealous? Or are you making this some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why isn't Monokuma showing up yet? Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... Well, I was gonna make a joke, and then I was gonna say if Monokuma didn't show up after the first 15 minutes, we could leave. Or what? Jesus!
No! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? Your time, not any of our time.
What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me...
Oh, is it because we're not all here? It's because we're not all here, isn't it? Right, because Kyoko's not here, because she's still alive. I told you. Nobody believes me, but I told you.
I'm waiting for...
Yep, called it.
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We're waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now. That's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now! If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
I'm here, and no rule's been broken.
Kyoko! Kyoko is still alive? This is not a surprise to anybody. Nobody on planet Earth was surprised by this. No, that's a ghost!
Stop talking! If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate?
Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one jump ahead of you.
Oh, I gotta admit, it's kind of fun to do the Monokuma voice. I mean, it pains my throat, but it's kind of fun
to do this little voice.
When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die? Of course you didn't die. That was the line of dialogue. Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we gotta deal with the ghost! I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Bikuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, wait for me.
Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long? I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Well, then let's do just that. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key to go somewhere, didn't you?
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then when did you find out? Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hit the class trial announcement. I took some time to get over the crime scene first. Of course you did. Of course you did. I don't know what you could have gleaned from that crime scene, but okay. So that's why you were late. I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Actually, to be precise, not quite. I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. Oh, his mystery mouse tool? Okay. What?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all the details as we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation. Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what you said. Right? Oh, things are getting interesting. Being the last one left, I've stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In the dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh dear.
Wait! I can't wait!
Oh, I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed. Let's get on with the show!
And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Things are getting real interesting now, and I can't wait to see how this goes. Okay, that'll be it for now, so thanks for watching, and stay tuned for next time to catch you all tomorrow for some more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Goodbye!
Danganronpa.